The mic was muted the entire time I was talking. Sorry about that, everyone. What's up, David? Morning. How's everything, bro? What are you doing this beautiful Monday without work? I don't know if are you working today? Are the filters working at least for this? Check filters. Yeah, those should all be set up still. Right. Let us throw ourselves straight into the console. It got really depressing last time. Also been running FIFA 22. So if anyone likes some FIFA. Oh, you start tomorrow? Okay. Oh, so you had that nice 2-week break that you were saying?
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us
while we're here then.
If I recall correctly, we're heading up here. So yeah, I'm just trying to push through all these RPGs I have, and then but I'm always down to jump on a game if you guys want to play anything. My new addiction is FIFA off stream. If I'm not editing videos or doing other family related activities. Finally got to, hold on, let me fix this. I need docs, chat. There you go. Activity feed. You finally got to relax. I mean, that's always good, man. I actually had a trip, went to the UK for honeymoon for a bit, and then since then I've just been knocking out content left and right. There you go. What else you got going on? What's the new job, by the way? And how's the audio coming through?
Hey, is that it over there?
Nothing specific to buy. Oh, that's trash. Already got that one. Tech support assurance. Oh, nice. Are you working from home a lot, or refine Ignis roar? Dragon sack to make that. Okay. Yeah. Slap him with that. I am looking for taming water 2. Already gave him that, and blistering fang. Should I just give her the red shield now to have something? Oh no, she already has this. Okay. Refine blackthorn. I'm still missing a bunch of stuff. Nope, in office. Oh, okay, I mean that's not too bad. Being in office, I'm actually looking at moving back up to Altamont to be closer to the office. Ooh, let's raise some. We need some cows. We need some pigs. Do we want chicken? I don't know where a rat pig is. Pig's body with rabbit. Well, I guess sheep. And some horses. Breed those.
I always love the sound of hammers.
I mean, if you're doing great over there with the tech support job, let us know and I'll see if we can pull you back to DR.
No, but I have seen this starship before.
Is it the one that ruined your life? Good sir.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis. 3 centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals. Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
I also got another video.
The past meets the present.
I've been getting pop-ups for Legends, but I just haven't dropped into it in a bit.
I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alfred.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people too.
Show preview.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
Can it show it? Okay. Oh, so I'll definitely hop on today.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait?
Most likely.
I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario.
That's code for they know they're gonna have to deal with a lot and not come back.
Let's try not to stay away too
So it might be
long.
closer to end game.
I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
I can't see previews of pictures, nor can I see videos. That might be yeah, I have it already set to always show icons. No, I need thumbnails. All folders. There you go. I was like, I couldn't see the videos of anything I need to copy over. 'Cause I have like 2 videos I filmed this weekend. All right, easy peasy fix right there. Grab the rest of that after the stream. Go through all of these. I wonder if I can roll that DBZ on the stream though, if we can get it on PC.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
Found
And
the
a
world.
little shocked too.
Probably.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renin. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renin homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
Probably not.
The people
I
of
want to run
Lenegis.
Kakarot, but I haven't in a
Sure.
bit.
I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns.
Oh, what did we just do?
Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
All right, I got 200 gigs back in video storage. Yeah, I didn't know videos require so much data all the time. I'm out of coffee.
Xion?
You took the ship? You guys fell asleep?
Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own?
I prefer all live messages versus just saying. Maybe she went to the ship to figure out how to get home. The CPU is literally chilling right now.
Xion. Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Happy Humble Burgers. Ooh. Looking that up right now.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Let me look it up right now. Happy Humble Burger Farms. Where?
I won't let you.
It's on Steam.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Is this on Xbox? It looks like Five Nights at Freddy's. No, it's not on Xbox Live. Let me see if it's on PlayStation.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
No, it's not on PlayStation. I think it's just on Steam.
Killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time
It's on
was when I was
Xbox?
only a child.
Hold on now. How did I miss that? It's on Xbox, probably not Game Pass.
I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how.
Oh yeah, it's not on Game Pass. It's on Xbox though.
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why. But my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
That's just getting real depressing.
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death.
Yeah, it's $20. I'm seeing it here.
A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape.
Yeah, it's like Five Nights at Freddy.
I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. that no matter what I tell myself,
I mean, I could definitely add that to the roster. I'm trying to finish this game this week, and then the next RPG is I don't know yet. I have a lot.
Wait, the whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
Yeah, she basically just wants to die, guys.
if I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it,
You have to cook to get money, and the more money you get doing more stuff.
I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
Yeah, I'm signing in now. Take a look at it.
On your fellow Reddits, and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
Yes, Scarlet Nexus is on the list. I actually have to take a look at the Xbox. Did I add you to?
But then I met all of you.
Let me see. I have the Ultimate Pass, so basically I can run games on Xbox or PC. But to handle the streams and load, I usually just run it off the console. And then, unless I'm gonna play like something like Minecraft with my sis on here. Yes, I like the app. Let me add you.
We'll find a way to save you. There's still time.
Do you have Game Pass? I mean, live?
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well.
Let me see if I have you on my Xbox yet.
First.
Oh yeah, I do got you there.
Ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers,
Let's see what games we got in. The Divisions 2 is a good one. Yeah, it's the one that makes sense to have. It's $15 a month and you get like 300 games.
Thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegus. When the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore.
Scarlet Nexus is single player. I think that is on the list. I just don't know how long it is to beat. Have you beaten it already?
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
It's savagery.
Too much. It's way too much.
Is
I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all.
oh, you gotta play it multiple times. I mean, we can also run the Division 2. I just don't know if it's cross save. Because I had it on
I wish we had never met.
PlayStation.
I
Damn.
didn't have to feel this way.
Shion.
Alvin.
Only living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Yo, they really going through it.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
I also did get a Ghost. What's it called?
Shion.
New one on PlayStation. Ghostwire.
It's your
It was on sale for $30. I couldn't pass that up. But there actually
Decide not to fight
is.
fate. I will, even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant
The
it with all
schedule
my heart
of
when I told you
the
before.
award shows. I know
Neither
there's a
of you
state
are
of play
alone
this
in
week.
at all.
You guys.
What is it
And
called?
I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago.
Because I know there's
The
God of War. I
circumstances.
want
It seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns.
video.
The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn.
They really are, but I just need to get this list right here. Alright, so I got Sony State of Play and the
Everyone.
summer schedule lined up.
For right now. And a little while longer. I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you.
Oh, that sounds so sad.
So let's go. On to Lenegis.
What is... All right, you're gonna have to look that up later. Just remind me, someone. All right, just where we like chat with everyone, make sure they're on good terms and not hitting each other.
I believe
As a friend.
We're gonna save each other from all of this.
How you...
Did you know?
Everyone sob stories. It's always the same. It's like, I did this, I didn't want to do this, I want to fight for this, and you're just like, okay guys, why didn't you say this in the beginning? I just realized my cam's off. Let me see. Studio. All right, so plan B, let's turn this one on. It's gonna look like the worst thing ever. Yeah, we'll do this until we figure out how to get the cam link to stop dropping on us. At least audio still running for you guys, right?
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry.
All the time. That's anything you're good for.
I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No. When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadime, when you called me your
No, because I have the
friend,
webcam
just
on the side here,
shattered
but
the
it's like
wall
the
that I
color
built up
grading
around
of
me.
it is off.
Because until
So
that
occasionally I have
I'd
what I
only
use
seen
in
you
my
as a
chatting
means to an
section,
end.
which is
I
an
thought of you
iPhone
as a way to
connected.
use
The
the
goal is
blazing
eventually
sword
get like
and
an
to
actual
obtain the
camera,
Renis Alma.
but for now I'm just gonna keep using this.
But after that
I
day,
don't know why it
one
keeps
time became
disconnecting though.
And before I knew it,
Like,
you
here.
made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your
Like you see the
friends.
color, like I actually look like my
It didn't
skin
matter
tone.
that
The
we were
white is where
Renans.
it's supposed to be.
You cared about us as you would any other people. Then everyone else started to
I
call
might
me
have
their
to
friend
create
too.
a button that
To
does a
think of me as their
restart on
friend.
the system. Kill
Before
this
then,
basically.
I never even dreamed I could have that.
It might be a
I didn't
timing
want to
thing.
die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
The PC is
Then
chilling
I
though.
realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore.
I don't know where the dog keeps leaving.
I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
Is it the second
I don't know
chat?
how we're going
Either
to do
one
it,
seems to be doing the
but I
same
won't let
thing.
the world end because of me.
Yeah. So we will.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear...
Oh, the controls for it seem to be
till
off.
the
That's not
very
bad.
end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia?
That you're a horrible, horrible
There's
person.
no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested?
I mean, they better be at this rate. Go here. Let's do a save so we can skip all the talking. 45 hours already into this.
Go. We depart for Lenegis.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
It
La, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
Owl Knights?
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have 2 goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Not like an overly hyped plan.
All right. Then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
Does the world really breathe
Up
then?
here, all the struggles we've been through feel so
Inadequate? Wow,
Nothing
insignificant.
like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Wow, way to feel some type of way about it, sir.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little...
We'll be...
It's like every time we finish wrapping something up with them, they come back with more complaints. So far, has it been every Tales game they end up in
Hey,
space at some point? There should be one more person. Right? This, Tales of Arise.
You okay? Feeling...
It's part of the Tales series, and I think every version of it I've played, they somehow end up in space or fighting something that doesn't exist on their planet. Yeah, we're still in that. Oh,
Is everyone about ready?
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect?
Kisara has a point.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its
They're bad
social
guys.
structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, Even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danon. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone,
Hey,
you're right.
filters
I'd
are
have been
coming
sitting
in,
pretty.
lights coming in.
But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Oh man, Scarlet. Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely gonna probably download it and check the spacing on Xbox.
Sorry.
Give it a shot.
No, it's fine.
After this
it's
one.
refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this
Shouldn't it be?
red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
I need to get more
We're
more
about to
subs
land.
going.
The descent could be a little bumpy.
Any
so
suggestions,
brace
guys, on how
yourselves.
to reach out, get more
If there are
subs?
clues
I mean,
about
I've
your
gotten
thorns out there, Shion,
at
we'll
least
find them.
12 or 13 in the last 2 weeks, so that's not bad. At the rate, let's see, per week, if we do 7, trying to get to at least 1,000 by Christmas.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Most likely not.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
They do and probably don't care.
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed.
I'm gonna
Don't
get
let your
some water,
guard
be right
down.
back, guys. Yeah, I'll drink. Oh, we have a whole bar stocked. Sorry about that, guys. And I forgot the water.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
No, don't need it. Yeah.
So
Thank you,
now
though.
what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Ren is Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
That seems too easy for them to just start off with the Forbidden Zone.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Most likely.
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renins. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less.
It took literally the entire hour just of them chatting the entire time. Finally get here. I would have thought we would have at least pushed past this already. They look like they've been through war.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
The evil person trying to destroy the other world
Lennigus
and here.
changed shape. It must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people...
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this.
As you
We're
guys
all
got
waiting for the
wrecked.
Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Who?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine. I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
Most
They
likely.
seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world.
Yet they want to act
Despite
more
the fact that
entitled.
it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dumb?
Most likely.
Oh dear.
Let's see how much of this we can cover before. Well, they lost half that part. Ooh, a fancy parfait. I wonder what we're gonna use it for.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the...
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I
Why?
was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renin, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here.
At this point,
Has it
you would,
always been
right?
like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's
So
actually
they've been
made a visit to the
they've been
homeland?
delusional this entire time,
No,
never knowing.
I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
I'm
what about
gonna
trade and
conclude here that
communication? There's got to
Renem
be
is
a flow
Dolan
back
at
and
the same
forth,
time.
surely.
Denim.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign, though it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
Most
I
likely.
can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganatheros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole. There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me.
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go. One of the citizens mentioned a passage that you thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it!
That was a lot of questions. Who's who, who's done it, and where do we go next?
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
but Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd...
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron.
Featuring in the roundup. Say hi to the creators. Say hi, creators. Oh no! So I guess Jeff doesn't want to be featured.
Well, yeah, why
Hey
did you
everyone,
watch Danins?
I'm
They
Jero.
were just enemies.
So welcome
we
to
needed
the latest
overthrow.
roundup.
Nothing-
As usual, we have a lot to cover, so let's jump in. Looking to join the YouTube Partner Program? If you are, you'll need to create and link an AdSense account to get paid. Luckily for you, we published a video on our creators channel that'll walk you through all the steps to get started. We'll show you how YouTube creators use AdSense, how to set up an AdSense account to get paid on YouTube, and how to navigate AdSense once you're set up. The video also walks you through a new update to the AdSense UI. The AdSense for YouTube homepage and payments account will roll out throughout 2020.
So probably gonna keep this one.
Yeah!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even...
Hmm?
They don't actually give full out words in that one.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't it?
Tell me.
Probably do another 30 minutes and then a wrap up from there, guys.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Pardon me.
Yep, she's gonna be rude. We're not gonna stand for that one.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief,
Okay.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of MadHatterX changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
At face value, therefore they won't know anything's wrong.
When you think about it, I'll take that.
And nothing else over there.
There's something I just don't...
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone at... In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever...
Yeah, that...
So,
Hanfried Milgras, the former Lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
so then this Hanfried whatchamacallem.
The last I heard, yes. Though admittedly,
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's...
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh.
now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland.
And that never...
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice.
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest. In other words, if that's true, There should be as many of the things.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, but if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they?
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew.
With any luck, the Forbidden...
No use standing around.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was?
Don't talk about someone's
Why
business
are
like
you
that.
here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit.
Yo, she's throwing fighting words out at him. Like,
But
she's
let me
straight
tell you,
disrespectful and hates him.
I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sins are legion. That is next level bad guy.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
The disrespect. Yeah, they didn't sense the woman in red behind him.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Are they still trying to figure out who killed who? Is the show even any good? Actually, might pause it here for us. Got some things to take care of. We are out of time and have a meeting to jump into. So with that, guys, have a great day. Check out the other videos. They are linked. Yeah, if I ever figure it out somewhere.